All right, top of the day to you is the last business development workshop of 2020 from the Become Your Own CEO and the Certified Platinum Financial Services companies. Listen, we are here for week 4 of our business development workshop. And before I say anything else, I got to give it up to our partner in crime.
All right, top of the day to you is.
Hold on, I got 2 playbacks coming. Let me see. Okay, we are live. I see it. 30 seconds. Okay. The lady I'm about to bring to the stage, I have a tremendous amount of respect for. Over 20 plus years of tax and business advising all across the Southeast and across the country. She's been helping us. She's known now as our the financial accountability partner. As you guys continue to build your business, you will too probably find some synergy and alignment around understanding how important it is to have a FAP. So with that being said, I want to bring to the line Miss Sandra Burton.
Thank you. You know I cannot get started without giving it back to you, Mr. Ponder. You said something right. This is the last and final week 4, not only week 4, but it's the last one of 2024.
Yeah.
We've done now 6, and it's been such an amazing ride. Each one is different. You've done an amazing job in putting this actual program together. I want to give you your kudos. As the people say, let me give you these flowers. This is an amazing program. And like you said, it's helped so many people. Not only so many people, it's helped me. It's helped my staff. We're growing, and we're just scaling our business. So this is something that's very, very, very much needed in our communities, in our world, just period. So I want to thank you for actually having the brilliant mindset to put something like this together, having the consistency to stick with it, and having the willpower and the patience to just, keep sharing the word, so I cannot start without giving you your flowers.
Hey, so Ms. Burton, I definitely appreciate that. Like, along my journey, some of you guys see the logos in the back. It says become your own around the C, and our background photo here. That means create a service or product. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the first slide, but y'all see that E.
I mean, you gotta lean with it, rock with it.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta be executing strategies, right, Ms. Burton, on a daily basis. And all business owners if nobody else catch what this whole thing is about, it's all about the options. That's all about the options. And I tell people all the time, it's a reason why there's a man and a woman or business partners in that circle, is because you can go fast through this C, this E, and push to get some of your O all by yourself. You can go really fast, but you can go so much further if you actually have and yield and build a team, so you can have time and money and balance. Ms. Burton?
Absolutely. That's the law. When we were actually created, we were created to do things as one, but in order to do it, God created man and woman. So you're absolutely right, because they can go a lot further together, Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said, y'all, again, we want to say thank you. Leave a comment in wherever you're watching this. If you're watching this live on YouTube right now, if you're on Facebook with us, if you're here in the Zoom, we appreciate everybody who's here in the back office with us on Zoom. But we want to go ahead and dive right in, man, because this is one of our favorite things to do. A lot of times when people are building businesses, they are looking for a Miss Burton or Mr. Ponder, no matter who they are, right? And this is our business development workshop, week 4. Somebody in the comments write week 4. It's going to sound like that when I read it. Week 4 down in the comment section, because again, I'm Bernard Ponder out of the east side of Atlanta, Georgia. Grew up on that traditional way of thinking, go to school, get some good grades, graduate, and then get that quote unquote good job. I did that to a certain extent. And I actually put myself in a position where I either had money with no time, or I had time with no money. And something in my spirit jumped me into entrepreneurship. Probably Ms. Burton probably had something that in life was just like, man, there got to be a little bit more, right? No matter who we are, it's something out there bigger than us. So with that being said, we want to do a quick recap, right? Recap, Ms. Burton, what was the first part of some of the things that we talked about in this Become Your Own CEO Certified Platinum Financial Services Business Development Workshop?
Well, you cannot become a CEO unless you know what it actually stands for. So that has to be the first thing. So the part of asking yourself, what is a CEO? Well, we define it a little bit different. We define the C as this is your creative side, meaning that you've thought of a service or product. It can sometimes be both, but right now, if you created a service or product. And then the E in the CEO, that is where the execution portion takes place. And believe it or not, Mr. Ponder, there are only 2 departments that do the actual execution of whatever service or product you created. It's done either by your marketing department or your financial department.
And which one we think comes first?
You got to have money.
So you got to get the money together first, y'all.
Come first. Without the money, there's no honey.
There it is. I like it. Let's go.
Absolutely. And last but not least, you do 1 and 2. You create the product, you execute it because you want, like you said, those options. Those options are those goals that we've discussed, whether it be, the mini emergency account, the true emergency account, or your financial freedom account. So that is that's the true definition of what a CEO is.
True. And in step 1 or week 1, we always want to, no matter what the day is identify your map. Y'all see it to the right. That means marketing accountability partner. See, that was what I was doing in 2016. But when I started helping people get their creative services together, their price points, their high ticket, their low tickets together, we started executing marketing strategies. And then we had to do a hold up. Wait a minute. We need some extra capital. We need some funding. So the blessing of being able to run into you about 2 years ago and now be able to offer somebody some financial, some tax, some business advising, that's why we got the FAP as well. You need a map, but you got to have a financial accountability partner to help you navigate. Somebody in the comment section, write that down because it's all about navigating through different things. Everybody sees on the screen. A business owner is a person who has people working with them to yield income and cash flow. What better person than your FAP? They want to make sure the money right. What better person than the map? They want to make sure that you keep putting stuff out. So the biggest thing is to always remember, no matter how long you've been in business, or even if you're first brand new, there are 2 main things. Number 1, you got to create a system. And your map and FAP is going to help you do that. But not only that, they're going to help you create a system of duplication. Because a lot of stuff works, y'all, when you're promoting or you're looking to do certain things in funds, right? But the thing is, most of that stuff doesn't duplicate. So all in all, we tell you to get that map and get that FAP check-in every single week. Ms. Burton, what we did on week 2?
Week 2 is one of my favorite ones because it goes back to you. Everybody right now, just point to you. You. We hear all these things about self-help, self-care, self. Well, this is the personal development plan. It goes all in all with everything what I just said. So the first thing you have to do is identify your what we like to call is your wigs, not the wigs they put on. This wig stands for widely important goals. So once you get those defined, truly defined, Mr. Ponder, and then now this is where the grease starts heating up. Because is it safe to say before you do anything, no matter who we are, internally, we all have a higher power of something, someone, or whoever it is person that we have to go to and say, let me do a self check. Let me talk to this person that this person can give me ideas or whatever this is that I'm going through. So with that, whoever that person is, you go and you do some talking via first of all, we like when you get up, it has to be driven. It has to be timely driven too. So the spirit side, we like to say in the morning, right after your eyes open. Either you're reading or you're listening to something that is going to better that spirit of whoever this person is, the higher power is. And then after you've listened or actually listened to something or read something, then now let's just take out an old-fashioned e-pen and let's put this pen to paper and write about it. Journaling, that's the new age word for this. All of this is writing. You're writing out your thoughts. Is it safe to say sometimes when you've done this, you feel much better after you've written things down? I don't know about you. I do. Yep. I do too. And last but not least is prayer, meditation. This right here is not where you can just do it just in the morning. You should pray and meditate all throughout your day, because it's just something about talking and listening to that higher power.
Yeah.
And last but not least, our family. Nutrients, exercise, and cleanliness. All that's saying is we want you to get something really, really good to eat. Now let's burn some calories. And last but not least, let's clean yourself up as well as your environment. See, it's simple. Some of the stuff we're already doing, so there are some good checks. But if we're not doing it, this now, it leads you now to say, okay, this is what I need to improve in my personal life. So this week 2, I love week 2.
That's cool. I always tell people to add this in there, is it gets you interview ready, right? Because if you got the same service or product that somebody else has, what separates your service and product from theirs is how you show up in those private business meetings. Are you well read? Are you well spoken, right? Are you real calm and peaceful? Are you able to, as a human being, be able to control yourself? Be able to act the part, walk the part, and do the things that are required at a higher level. Because it's safe to say, the moment we stop learning, Ms. Burton, is the moment we start dying.
Yeah, stop growing.
See, we throw week 2 in, step 2 in because personal development is everything. And I like to always tell you guys this, put this in your notes. There are 3 priorities that we always think about on week 2. Is that no matter who you are, we have the same top 3 passions. That is our spirit. That is our family. And if you don't have a business, most of the time, Ms. Burton, when people say, hey, look, you're getting on my nerves, stay out my business. When grandparents and parents talking to the children, hey, stay out my business. But whatever it is helping them make money or prosper their life or get better is business, right?
Yep.
So when we break down these WIGs, these widely important goals, it's been proven that these 6 things, reading and audio, writing, prayer, meditation, nutrients, exercise, and cleanliness, are the things that no matter how our day is going, if we put pressure on these 6 things, the day always gets better.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, week 3, man, this is one of my favorite pieces, because once a person is mentally ready and they're ready to execute, their family and spirit things are intact, and keep this in mind, right? What if we just jump right into business, right? But there's some things going on in the household. I had some partners in business with me this past week lose some family members. Is that making sense? Yep. So sometimes you have to slow down to speed up, because our partners are very important as well, right? Yep. But we always look at this, is that at the end of the day, sometimes when the business is having challenge, we got to go back to those other principles. When the family things are going, the environment's not best, you got to go back to those grounding foundational things of spirit, so we can build it from the ground up. But when we get here, y'all, Ms. Burton told y'all there's 2 plans that we actually work and execute in a business plan. That's the financial plan, and also it is the marketing plan. The financial plan always breaks down to 3 simple things. Cash flow management. If y'all did not see this video, you guys got to see that, because number 2 is business income. And business income funds your investment income. Once we got these 3 things in place, it's so easy for us to focus on an online and an offline marketing strategy, so you can always stay in front of your avatar, in front of your audience, and the people who truly needs and wants you most. What you like from this on this one when it comes to financing and marketing and the business development side, Ms. Burton?
On the financial side, I always like to start at the beginning, where now you're on the cash flow management, because those 4 areas, I mean, Mr. Ponder, I don't care who you are. I mean, on the 4 things, that is the best start, because a lot of people say, oh, I'm in such bad shape, I don't even know where to start. I do. Let's start at these 4 areas, because it's clear to see that if your taxes, your debt, your bills, and your credit are where they need to be, then you have a much better life. You sleep a little bit better. You get what I'm saying? So you're not answering the phone because you got the bill, people calling. You're not now afraid to not go apply for something, because those 4 areas are truly where we start. And then as far as business income, I always pause here, because the business income is where now the marketing and the financials kind of talk to each other, because on those 3 questions, I don't know, should you, since that's the marketing area, I don't know, I want to step on your toes.
No, you got it. Go ahead.
However, on the marketing side, when you sit down with your map, there are 3 questions they're going to ask you. First, they want to know, how much money did you project to make last week?
Great
See,
question.
we need to have historical data. So I always tell things, you look at things as past, current, and future. So the current says, how much money did you make this week? Now you're looking into the future. How much money do you plan to make next week? So if you take those 3 in stride, then you're always on top. Because you know what? If you don't, then you know what? If you plan to make nothing, you'll make nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, on this investment income, we've been talking about it all evening, is we want to get everybody financial strong, where now you have these 3 things in order. You have that mini emergency account where it's between $6,000 and $3,000. See, we can't just give a number, because where your number is may not be where my number. See, if I'm married with 4 kids, then would it safe to say 600? I may need a little bit more than 600.
Absolutely.
So you meet with your FAP, and we determine what that number is. The next number is a true emergency account. This account is it now, if something happens, death, disability, disabled, any of those things like that. Now how much money do you have for the next 6 months? See, most people don't realize that this is so important, because things happen. Last but not least, the financial freedom account. This is that account that, you know what? Your boss talks to you a little bit different. Because if this financial freedom account is right, then guess what? That or whatever you're actually going to work every day, then we say now it's truly financial freedom, because you have the finances, you have the strength now to make your own decisions. So once we sit down and we look at those 3 areas, cash flow management, business income, investment income, and we put you on a plan, that is now your business is now going into the right direction.
Mm-hmm. And then investment income, I know what you're getting at is that when we got that investment income in place, that means we're able to live a legacy and not just leave one behind.
Yep.
2 of the things is, once we get all of these 3 things on the financial side in order, and keep this in mind, I want you guys to put in your notes frameworks. The drop downs that we're giving you are frameworks to fill in on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. How is your spirit on a daily basis? How is your marketing plan on a daily basis? How is your relationship with your accountability partner and the system that you guys are creating on a daily basis? See, this is a framework. It's very important in these workshops that you connect with these FAPs, that you connect with your maps. We're developing maps. Sandra is creating more FAPs right now as we speak. So the thing is that when we get over here to marketing, a lot of times it's not always about that service. It's not about that product. Because how many people agree your network, is your net worth?
Yep.
And the biggest thing is that if a person online or offline, you guys see it already under marketing, it's 2 strategies. Are we promoting strongly offline, or are we promoting strongly online? But the person who can have people resonate with their spiritual growth actually yields more customers and partners, because the spiritual things are in alignment. When we move over to family things like exercise, nutrients, have you ever seen a bunch of people, Ms. Burton, who actually spirits really align in the gym, like in exercise? Yeah. Like people who hang out and exercise, like they vibration is very high. People who actually eat a lot of different nutrients, like good foods, and those that alignment of different spirits, when it comes over to handling business, it's an easier close. It's an easier sell. So sometimes on the online marketing, one of the best things to do is to start working on your interview online. Yep. Start blogging, start telling your story via reels. 2 things in this week we always talk about is your content calendar. What does your business need to look like? What does your brand image need to look like personally, right? But at the same time, content placement, meaning once we actually figure out this system about what your service is, price points, marketing, all these different things, who wants it, your target audience, and things of that nature, it's How many places can we drop this and build new networks and build new microsystems and macro systems to work hand in hand together? Ms. Burton, can we go ahead and drop in and tell them why we're here today, man?
Absolutely. Go ahead and let the cat out the bag.
Week 4, y'all. Week 4 is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite. And the key thing is that just like college, right? Most people go to school, get their BS, their Bachelor's of Science for 4 years, right? But after that, to master that skill set, it's an additional 2 years. So a lot of times when it comes to people starting a business, they're tiptoeing with it. They're taking maybe a year at their job to make sure that their finances are checked straight, right? Yep. Right. Sometimes they take they take some time out, a year or a half, to actually develop the product and see if that the color scheme or whatever works best for them. And then they hop into, all right, I'm gonna really start promoting this. I'm gonna really start going to networking events. I'm really gonna be a vendor, right? They start putting in that time. That's the same thing like getting your Bachelor's of Science. When you start taking it serious, when you start believing, somebody in the comment section write belief. The biggest thing is if you don't believe in yourself first and then your products and service, nobody else will. This is one of the key things that they say why most businesses fail in the first 2 to 3 years, because the owners start losing faith in itself. So a crash course in mastery is 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours, y'all, break down to a year and a half. A year and a half is the equivalent of 18 months. But the kicker is the 6 90-day game plans that actually helps you rinse and repeat. Put that in your notes. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat, right? Every 90 days, we get a chance to do a few amazing things. In a 90-day game plan, you got 30 days, you got 60 days, you got 90 days, right? The key thing is to rinse and repeat, getting to know your accountability partner, what we talked about in week 1. Getting to know your personal development plan. Ms. Burton, when it came to you actually transitioning from corporate America to owning your own business or owning a business and getting into your healthy regimen of working out and stuff like that, then you have to figure out what works best for you.
Yep, absolutely, because there's no blueprint.
It is no blueprint. Like when you start working your job, don't nobody tell you how to run your own.
They're not going to tell you when lunch is. They're not going to tell you sit down. You know, a lot of times as an entrepreneur, as a self-employed, even as a business owner, I find myself like staying up to 1, 2 in the morning because I'm working, right? I don't have a 9 to 5. It's nothing now that I'm talking, all of a sudden I'm asleep. So ain't nobody gonna knock and say, hey, girl, go to bed. It's okay. Start it over in the morning. So that part, you gotta have some type of marketing accountability person and a FAP to, help you along the way, because there are gonna be a lot of bumps. So that's all we're saying. And this 90 game plan, rinse and repeat it until you get it right,
I like that. I like that. Keep this in mind. 3 things. The system. See, we're talking about step 4 is mastering the first 3. That's the key thing about what you need to know about step 4 is that it's about mastering those first 3 steps. Like I said, know, like, and trust. First 30 days, get to know your accountability partner. Get to know your personal development plan. Get to know where your finances are on the tax credit debt side. Get to know what people really like you. See, that's 30 days. That's a lot of work. See, then in the next 30 days, say rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat. In the 60 days, now you get to like your accountability partner. Now you're starting to like your personal development, what you're eating, how you're exercising, your cleaning regimen, right? You get to start in the 60 days, you start liking how well your taxes are going down, how your bills are getting paid on time, how your credit score is starting to go up, how more people are responding to your content online. That's the liking stage. But then in that last 90 days, right? In the last 90 days, that's when you start to trust your accountability partner, step 1. You start to trust your personal development plan, how you read in your spiritual walk, how you eat, how you actually market. That's a process in itself that has to be repeated. Let me go back for y'all for 10,000 hours, for a year and a half, for 18 months.
Yep.
Repeatedly, rinsed and repeated for about 6 90-day game plans. But I got to give y'all this, man. The biggest thing that changed my business, that changed my walk, that changed my spirit, that improved, I should use these words, is these 5 characteristics of wealthy people. These 5 characteristics of wealthy people should be utilized in your accountability partners growth, in your personal development growth, in your business's development growth. 5 things. And I want you to put this as well, is that professionals ask questions. Amateurs have statements and rebuttals. So when you see these 5 words, I want you to ask yourself about yourself with these 5 words in each of the 3 lanes. Is that cool? Mm-hmm. So in the 3 major lanes, when it came to your working with your accountability partner, were you consistent with it? Were you persistent with it? Were you disciplined with it? Are you urgent about getting better results? And are you excited about it? When you look at your spiritual walk, have you been consistently reading? Have you been persistently writing? Have you been disciplined about praying and meditating to get some things out of you? So you guys may not know, I'm a neuromuscular therapist, and my job is to release stress and lower anxiety and increase blood flow. One of the biggest things is that most people who actually have things inside of them, when you guys start writing, when you start speaking things aloud, this is why affirmations are so important. I hear Ms. Burton talk about that all the time. Speak those things as they are, manifestation. Have you been urging about getting your spiritual wigs done, widely important goals? Are you excited about where that is right now? You ask yourself these 5 questions about each area of your life. And the key thing is, if the answer is no to any of those, I want to challenge you to write 2 to 3 new things this week that'll help you improve each of those areas, because we need more business owners who are strong in their spiritual walk, who are strong in their household with their friends and their family. We need more people in the business and the commerce, in the courtrooms. We need more strong business owners around us. See, when you change the things around you, the things around you start changing. So I hope you guys getting something from this. I was so blessed when I changed my environment and I found a Ms. Burton who actually allowed me to create leverage and not have to worry about how to help people with finances. You got an expert for that, right? They always say if you're the smartest person in your circle, sometimes it ends up being a cage because everybody needs you. I love having other people around me who are actually great in what they do, so it's less stress on me. So with that being said, this is our business development workshop, you all. And Ms. Burton, I want you to close it out and tell them a little bit about some of the things that we're offering to everybody here on this line today.
Absolutely. We want you to go ahead and book your free discovery conversation. You know why? Because you will get a one-on-one session with either the Fab, me, or Mr. Ponder.
Or we can do it at the same time. However you like it.
You can do it at the same time. Depending on how busy your schedule is, you're absolutely right. Number 2, you will get the PDF of the 4 steps we utilize to become your own CEO. Yeah. Not only that, you will get access to our private Facebook group called Creative Execution Officers. Because right now you want to be there because you want to get around other like-minded people. When I tell you this thing right now is it has really, really changed a lot of other businesses, because you get to now not only do some free promotions, you get to talk among like-minded people. So like I said, this group is where you want to be, right? Now, the next thing is once you come on the board and you're part of our inner circle, this is a little bit different. This is our inner circle. It's only a few of us here. However, we now will give you, if you're part of the inner circle, everybody here have their own full team of financial and marketing experts. It don't matter what niche you're in. If you're a truck driver, I don't know if you had food, if you do lashes, it doesn't matter. This right here is where you want to be. You will also get free sponsorship promotion of our event. free, just because you're part of our inner circle. Mr. Potter, is it safe to say it's all of who you know?
Absolutely.
So, like he said, now these monthly one-on-ones, strategy sessions, this is where you're going to break down. We're going to break down all of the information, go one-on-one with you, and give you that personal effect.
Like it.
Last but not least, you get access to our weekly private group training. Private. Everybody here right now is people now where if there were questions you've always had, because now you have a team. You're no longer attempting to do things by yourself. I know when I first started Mr. Ponder, this was the worst thing. But having a weekly private group, now that I can bounce ideas back, do some brainstorming, this is where you want to be. So you really want to be a part of this inner circle.
Indeed, indeed. Man, listen, this has been our time. Please follow us on social media because you guys deserve your free Q&A session. What better person to have than a Miss Burton? 25 plus years, taxes, finance, and helping so many people across the country get their money together. No matter if you want to go back and look at stuff in your past, if you need to look at your future, or even if you're a person who needs some help right now with your finances, please follow Ms. Burton and her business, Certified Platinum Financial Services, on Facebook, Instagram, and I think it's on LinkedIn as well. But also myself, Bernard Ponder, on Facebook. My company's name is Become Your Own CEO, and I am the CEO Map on Instagram, and CPF Services, Ms. Burton. Man, this has been a time, ladies and gentlemen. The key thing is that we just want to continue to give our community some tools. Yep. Things that allow you guys to not just be given a piece of fish. What they say, you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But you teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. And from your FAB and from your map here, man, we look forward to you experiencing your journey from self-employed to business owner and truly investor, like Ms. Burton always talks about. You can go ahead and close this out.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's been an amazing last week for last business development.
Hey, and it's Thanksgiving week, so we give thanks to all of you guys for actually tapping in this whole entire time with us.
And before we leave, I just want to let you guys know it is the end of the year. If you've been struggling or have had questions about anything to do with your business, like I said, we're not niche oriented. We work with everybody, whether you have a service, whether you have a product. We are the people you need to talk to, because right now we have so many. Matter of fact, we have some promos going on. Tap in with us. There's some things that we can work with you literally on the financial side, definitely before the year end, because it's just something about, there are some strategies that we literally can get you where you need to be before the end of the year. This is not something where you can come in January. No. This is a time where you need to be talking with a FAB or a MAP, because there may be some things we can do before the year end. Like he said, it is Thanksgiving. This is a holiday. However, most true business don't close.
Never.
We're always open. If you send us an email, you send us a DM or anything like that, we're going to answer. We're going to respond. Exactly. So like we always say, get back with the person that invited you. This has been an amazing road. I can't wait to see what 2025 takes us. You know, we got so much more information. Like he said, the FAB and the MAP, we're always working together, because one thing about it is we want to help our people. We want to help our community, because that's what we have a passion for. So, I want to thank everybody for listening and joining us. And you know what? Like you said, follow us on social media and go ahead and reach out. It's a free call. Go ahead and do it. What you waiting on?
Yep. All right.
Bye.
Create, execute. Let's get some options together. See y'all soon.